Hello, hello, beautiful earth angels. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Earth Angels Unite podcast number 147. Today, we're talking about simplicity, not as a lifestyle trend or minimalism or spiritual bypassing. Simplicity is the release phase of alchemy. And while releasing is simple, it's not always easy. That's why releasing is sandwiched between relaxation and receptivity. Releasing needs safety, gentleness, and support to unfold. So when we slow down, the nervous system can relax. When we simplify, we release what no longer serves us. And when we soften, we become available to receive the gem on the other side. Releasing is tender, vulnerable, even raw at times, but it's also deeply liberating. So when you slow down, simplify, and soften, you return to your sacred soul self and allow the angels to guide the transformation. So I really love that. Welcome, everyone. So happy to be here. And so my intention with these podcasts is to create a space of transformation. Meaning you come one person and you leave transformed. You come as you are. Okay? So whether you're heavy, angry, sad, all the things, and you leave lighter. That's my intention. And we do that through bringing the wounds, the pain, and the shadows to the light for healing. We do that through the relax, release, receive process. And thank you. So for those of you who are new to me, my name is Jill Kempner, angel coach, alchemist, and author of Receiving from Your Angels 4 Practices to Heal Your Pain with Angel Love. And as an angel coach, which by the way is a career that I created, and I am honored to be a channel for my clients' angels. But understand that my job as an angel coach is to empower you to hear, see, feel, know, and trust your own angels without me. So I walk by your side until you figure it out. Maybe that's 6 months, maybe it's a year, maybe it's longer, right? I mean, bottom line is if you're getting results, my clients stay with me for years because it's working, not because it didn't work yet. And that's the gift. So I help my clients to heal the pain in their bodies with the love of the angels, heal the pain, whether it's physical or emotional pain, right? And we do it gently, softly, slowly, right? Slow, simple, and soft. We do it with the relax, release, receive process. So everything I talk about is about that. Let me see what else the angels are saying about that. And as an energy healer, I attune my clients to the angelic energy so they can give themselves infusions of that angel energy. So they're not relying on me to create transformation for them, if that makes sense, right? They're creating their own transformation through the tools I gift them, to the tools they're investing in. The biggest thing I do with my coaching clients is remind them to use their tools. And those that use the tools on a regular basis, a consistent basis, a daily basis, are the ones who are receiving the most transformation. This isn't judgment. This is just awareness. This is what I've observed after being an angel coach for almost a decade. So thank you, the angels, for that download. there was something else I wanted to say. So anyway, happy. What I realized when I was preparing, so happy February, happy last podcast in the year of the snake. As I was preparing for this, I was like, oh my gosh, this is the final podcast of the year of the snake. And I feel so blessed that the year of the wild horse, fire horse, begins on a Tuesday. So next Tuesday, we're going to have a special episode. I can't wait to know what's going to come through for that. To celebrate the new moon eclipse and I keep wanting to call it a wild horse. I think some people have been talking about the energy feels wild, the fire horse. So here we're in the wood snake. So, I know we're feeling heavy. I know we're feeling it all. I know we're feeling so much as we shed. That's why I made a post today on Facebook. I said, what are you shedding, right? In the final days of the year of the snake. And I'm going to talk about what I'm shedding. So what I thought was so perfect, because I think about shedding as releasing, right? You're shedding, you're releasing, you're letting go. I think they're all kind of the same idea. We're talking about that today in the final year of the snake episode. It's like, oh my gosh, like the alignment of that feels so good, because that's what I want, right? I want to be aligned. I want to be aligned with my soul, aligned with my angels, and glow up, right? Show up and glow up, right? Get the gems. So that's what I'm here to help you do. That's my mission. My mission is for you to glow up, for you to have the courage, the strength to show up and shine, to show up and share your medicine, your gifts. So I hope that resonates. Okay. Love all the downloads. So I invite and I welcome everyone who is here live and everybody who is connecting with the replay. I know many of you connect with the replay. And I honor you. I appreciate you. I thank you. And I ask that we are surrounded in a bubble of love and light, of guardian angel, pearlescent white guardian angel light, as we bring forth today's teaching, the medicine that's going to flow through me for you. I'm here for you, not for me, if that makes sense. I am here for me, of course. It's like us first, right? You first. But my heart of service is showing up, to hopefully enlighten, inspire, to ease your journey. If I ease even one person's journey, I've done my work. So I love that this episode lands in powerful divine timing. We're at the very end of the year of the snake, a year devoted to shedding skins, releasing old identities, and letting go of what no longer belongs to us or even serves us. Snakes don't force release. They don't rush it. They release when the body is ready. And that's the medicine we're working with today. So I want to name right away that simplicity does not always mean easy, right? But simplicity does mean honest. It means truthful. It means no longer carrying what you are done holding. I have what your soul is done holding here, but that's not right. It's what your parts are done holding. Your soul is whole. Your soul is infinite. Your soul loves you unconditionally. These are soul principles. Your soul is not carrying the weight your humanity is. So this month, we've been working with the equation slow plus simple plus soft equals soul. And we can say, I've said this in so many ways, like sacred, soulful support, soul strength. But I feel like soul safety, because honestly, the safest place for you is in your soul. The safest place for your humanity, the safest place for your pain, for the heaviness, everything you're transforming and healing. The safest place for you is your soul. And understand that your soul is the same vibrational frequency as the angels. unconditional love. I mean, how cool is that? So in this equation, it's really a gentler doorway into the alchemy formula that I've been talking about, that I was gifted this year in one of my doing yoga. And I got the download, as I was praying about bringing the frequency of the angelic alchemist to my people, right? And if you're here, you're my people. Who are my people? You're the empaths of the world. Earth angels, light workers, cycle breakers, alchemists. And if you're like, I'm not an alchemist, or I don't know what that means, well, let's talk about it, right? That's what I've been talking about. Who is the alchemist? I'm not going to talk about that today deeply. But essentially, you are, here's how I see an alchemist. You understand you're a soul having a human experience, and you're ready to lead with love. You're ready to get the gems of your journey. That's an alchemist to me. And if you don't identify as that yet, just keep listening. See what resonates. Okay. So the alchemy formula. Invitation plus intention plus R to the third equals alchemy. So how do we get from the heavy, right, the lead to the gold? How do we get from the lead to the gold? There's more than one way to do something right. I am no way, shape, or form saying I have the only way. If I was saying that, I wouldn't be any better than any of these spiritual teachers who think they know everything. This is not the only way, but it's a way that's worked for me, and it's a way that I'm going to share because I believe in it. The relax, release, receive process. So within me talking about the alchemist and bringing the frequency of the alchemist and people signing up for my membership and all of that, I'm like in it. Like I am living and breathing this membership that I'm birthing and the energy of the alchemist. What came to me was slow, simple, soft. And I was like, ooh, I love that for the new year, because it's not just a new year. 2026 is actually a universal year one. So it's the first year of a whole new epicycle. So not just a new chapter, not just a new book, but a whole new series. And the guidance I received for my people, and if you're here, you're my people, is you first. Slow, simple, soft. And once I got that download, and I was like, interesting, because, right, it's going to be the year of the horse, and everybody's talking about how fast and wild it's going to be and how intense it's going to be and all this stuff. And here's the message I've been getting. We are the leader, right? Your soul is the leader of your inner world. And you can choose the pace of the horse. So understand, yeah, you got to get on the horse, right? We're going to go from the wood snake that hides in the grass, you don't even know it's there, to a huge fire horse, which is, you can't miss it, right? But we can get on the horse and slow, simple, soft. So that's what I keep hearing and feeling and seeing. So you can trot along, what's it called? Trot, right? You can trot along the water and enjoy yourself and drink the water. You don't always have to be galloping at full speed. Yeah, there's going to be times. There's going to be months that are going to fly by. We're like, how is it August already? Because yeah, time will fly in this year, but we can choose the pace. That was the message I received from my people. So I hope that lands. Thank you. Okay. So on Mondays, I have an admin day, mostly admin. I have admin, I do admin, I have therapy. sort of get ready for the week, right? Get ready for my clients, get ready for my podcast, all the things. And I wrote my podcast notes in the morning before I talked to a friend. I actually did my podcast notes and a gem of the journey, gem number 4. And I was like so proud of myself. And I felt so relaxed and aligned. And I loved everything I shared about this. But I was like, there's no story here. Like, I need a story. Well, the story came, right? Ask and you shall receive. So I talked to a friend, dear friend, and she mirrored to me a big piece of my journey that I'm ready to shed. And so I thank her so much for her honesty, her transparency, her mirroring for me what needed to release. And so I chatted with her before my therapy session. So I chatted with her, I ate lunch, I had therapy, and I was like, okay, I'm going to sit, I'm going to do my parts map, I'm going to dig, I'm going to keep digging. Because what I've been looking at this month in frequency February, as I want to embody the frequency of the alchemist, was getting gems, right? I want the gems of all the things I've been through. Well, the bottom line is I've gotten a lot of gems from the hard things that happened in the past. But I had a more recent initiation that I'm calling the dash, which is my mom's cancer journey, the caregiving journey of my mom's cancer journey. And the dash is from diagnosis to death. And for my mom, for us, it was only 375 days. So I've been looking at that time for the first time in over 3 years finally with love. And it took that long for me to look at it. Yep. And I'm not ashamed. So the piece of my journey that I'm ready to release, that I'm bringing here as part of the alchemy, is sacred rage. And I want to talk a little bit about that. This is the layer I'm shedding. So that layer is rage, not a reactive rage or a blame-filled rage, although it may have been, but a sacred rage, right? The kind that burns quietly inside of you, inside of the body, when something deeply wrong or misguided, we could say, has been witnessed or endured. So as part of my healing this month, I've been consciously mining for those gems within the dash, the year between my mom's diagnosis and her death, when I was her primary caregiver. And I've been asking my angels, my body, what's still in here that needs to be released? And, I've been working on the sadness, the grief. I've been working on the stress. But I did not realize how much space the sacred rage was taking within me until talking to this friend. So when I sat with my therapist and I mapped out the parts connected to the dash, one truth rose to the surface with complete clarity. And I experienced a tremendous amount of anger, frustration, resentment that I feel like clumps into rage in my relationship with my mom during that period. But it was also before that. There was a lot leading up to that. And I'm not talking about my childhood. I'm talking about adult life. It was like 5 years adult life. Because I had already done a lot of alchemy. I forgave my parents for, I have so much compassion for what they went through. They had no familial support, no emotional support, no financial support. We were struggling, and they did the best they could. And I always gave my mom that grace. I always gave my mom that benefit of the doubt. Not in my early 20s, but later on. I got to a point where I was like, whoa, oh my God. When I became a mother, I realized how freaking hard it was. and how she did it like a badass, like a bold queen without anybody's help. And I admire her for that. I honor her for that. I appreciate her for that. But as time went on, I continued to watch her make poor choices. Choices based on her karma instead of her dharma. So this isn't about shaming her or dragging her in the mud or anything like that. This is about alchemizing what I'm carrying inside my body. Hello, welcome. Say hi if you're here. Hi, Regina. So yeah, the rage wasn't about my childhood. I had already done a great deal of healing with that. I understood the soul level agreements, the cycle breaking path, the deeper purpose of my life. The rage was about choices, conscious and unconscious choices that led to suffering. Choices rooted in codependency, lack of boundaries, the inability to say no, mostly to my brother, but there were other times where she couldn't say no. Choices that created a cascade of pain, not just for her, but for everyone she loved. So there was rage about watching patterns repeat, rage about enabling, about witnessing preventable suffering, rage about holding it all together while knowing deep down that something could have been different. And I have several stories about that, but I'm not going to go into that today. I've actually already told them here. So what I'm realizing now in this final days of the year of the snake is that this rage is not something to suppress anymore, to judge, or to bypass. I'm ready. I'm ready to release it. The power of the snake. I'm ready to shed that skin. Because although sacred rage was a protector, although sacred rage had a place, I want it to be replaced. That's what alchemy is, right? With the gem of forgiveness, with the gem of peace. Because I don't want to be angry anymore. I don't want to be angry at someone who's gone, who's on the other side. I want her to be as elevated as she could possibly be. God bless her soul. Sacred rage is something to be released because it's information. It told me, sacred rage showed me where truth was violated, whether it was my truth or the truth. It showed me where boundaries were needed. It showed me where it was okay to say no. And it's interesting because I got 2 angel cards today in my 6-card reading. No and yes. I was like, what? But then I asked and prayed and I got the answers, right? So holding that rage inside of me doesn't honor anybody, doesn't honor my mom, doesn't honor me. It's time to release it. Just listening for a minute. And this is where the simplicity comes in, right? Because simplicity matters so much in releasing because I don't have to analyze the rage. I don't have to relive every moment. I don't have to stay loyal to that pain, right? The simple truth is my body is done carrying it. And I'm willing to learn. What did I learn from rage and sacred rage? I'm willing to learn so I can grow, so I can heal, so I can release, so I can alchemize, right? And get a gem. So if we're thinking about this like alchemy, sacred rage is like, it's lead, but it's worse than lead. It's lead, How do I get to the gem of forgiveness and peace? Well, it's not by spiritually bypassing it, right? I'm honoring that that was a protector for me. And that was my knowing that a boundary had been crossed or broken or burned. So I honor it. So this is what I want you to hear. If there is anger, grief, or rage living quietly inside of you, it does not mean you're unhealed or unloving or unworthy. It means something in you is ready to be released. This is the simplicity of spirit, right? And the courage of the earth angel. This is alchemy. So today, right, we're focusing on simple, because simplicity is how we release. Here's what I mean. Simplicity is not about doing less for the sake of doing less. Simplicity is about releasing the unnecessary, the pain, the stories, the identities, the responsibilities, the emotional weight that no longer serve you and your healing and your mission. Spirit is simple. The soul is simple. The ego complicates. So if you're an earth angel, like that's who I'm here to serve, right? So I know not everybody is watching this podcast, and I'm okay with that because I'm only here to serve my people. So as an earth angel, cycle breaker, highly sensitive, highly intuitive soul, chances are you've been taught consciously or unconsciously that holding more equals strength, that carrying pain equals loyalty, that staying burdened equals love. That's not truth, that's conditioning. So in my book, practice number 3, we talk about what is releasing and what is it not. So releasing is not rejecting your pain, dumping pain on others, numbing or escaping. Releasing is not hurting yourself or suppressing emotions. It's also not getting rid of your parts, how important that is, right? We're not getting rid of the anger. We're transforming it. We're alchemizing it. Oh, hi, Marie. Namaste. Releasing is simple, but not always easy. It's emptying the pain safely from the body. Releasing is creating space for angelic love. Releasing is letting go of what no longer serves you, even if it once did. So I'm sitting here going, oh, sacred rage part, thank you. Yeah, you protected me. Yeah, you showed me when my boundary was broken. Yeah, you showed me where I was still codependently holding them all together like the glue. Releasing is surrendering control. Processing emotions consciously, right? It's a conscious act. So what we're doing is we're taking the relax, release, receive process and bringing it from the subconscious, from the depths, to the conscious mind, from the subconscious and unconscious to the conscious. We're consciously relaxing. We're consciously releasing. We're consciously receiving. Okay, so understand that releasing happens in layers, that your body may twitch, shake, shudder. Your emotions may rise and fall. But understand that sometimes if you're releasing something like really huge that you've been carrying for lifetimes, you might ride above it and be in this deep state of stillness. It's like whatever you need to release is how it's going to happen. And that's why we have the angels, right? To bring in the safety nets of releasing. Okay. Let me see what else the angels are saying before we do an inner journey. Oh, yeah. So why? Right? Why and how? Why? Why do we not consciously release and then the body continues to carry? Why do we resist simplicity? Why is releasing so hard sometimes? So here's what I came up with. I want you to figure out for yourself, like, yeah, you can listen to me and you can hear what I'm saying, but you need to understand inside of yourself what you're holding on to and why you're still holding on to it. Here's some things that came to me intuitively. Okay. We have an ego structure, right? We're a soul having a human experience and we have an ego, and the ego is what we're releasing. So the ego is going to fight to the death, literally to its death. So we have an ego structure that creates friction, that creates resistance. Another reason I think releasing is hard, or we can't simplify it, is codependency and loyalty to the family pain, the rescuer identity, self-punishment for past mistakes. Self-punishment is a big one for us sensitive souls. The fear of losing your identity, or simultaneously the fear of facing your pain, which is what my husband, I read my podcast to him last night, and that's what he came up with. And I thought, oh yeah, you're right. I didn't have that in there. And then this old belief that suffering equals, I don't know, virtue or piousness or purity. So you were not sent here to be punished. You were sent here to heal, love, and evolve. So resistance doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're human. So once we name the resistance, the fear, the pain, whatever it is, we can release it, right? Name it to tame it. So we're going to ask this question. I'm going to pull a card, right? What are you holding? What are you still holding? What story, pain, identity, responsibility is asking to be released now in the year of the snake, these final days? What skin are you shedding? So we're going to ask, I'm feeling Michael today for this question, because the how is everything I've been talking about. How do we talked about why it's hard, right? And let me know which one of those resonates with you, either in the comments now or in the chat now or the comments later. Like, why is releasing hard for you? Right? And how can we make that gentler? And that's why I love relax, release, receive process. I'm so in it. I've been doing it for years and it works, but I am loving slow, simple, soft, and starting out this new epicycle, putting myself first, my healing first, and slowing down, simplifying, and softening over and over again. So, because the how is actually much simpler than you think, right? The alchemy path, again, simplified. Invite the angels, right? Invitations, set your intention. What am I releasing? What am I receiving? Alchemy 101, right? And then slow, simple, soft. Slow is relaxing the body and nervous system. Simple is releasing what's unnecessary, even if it's 1%. Softening is about receiving love, healing, guidance, support. And so, thank you, angels. If you're ready to get that support, the spiritual support, the energetic support, the divine support, I am here. That's what I do as an angel coach. And I have something called I have a free consult called the Angelic Pain Relief Consult. Here's what I've realized about the consult. It's a heartfelt, compassionate space where I'm listening to you and your angels. It's a moment of relief. I want to be honest. When I was doing these consults, even last year, it's like I wanted to create so much relief for my people, for the people who said yes to the consult, potential clients, that I would put almost too much in there. It was like I gave them so much in the consult. They were like, wait, what? That's awesome. And like, what? And I was like, okay, wait, slow down, right? Simplify this process. And I wanted them to have so much relief they couldn't not say yes. just because I wanted to help them. It's not from being greedy or, whatever. But then I was like, there was a piece of this I was trying to say, and it just was coming through, and then it stopped for a second. Okay, yeah, I was giving everything in the consult. And then what the angel said was, this is a moment of relief where I take the time to share with you the roadmap to relief. What is the roadmap to relief? My angel coaching program. I know my angel coaching program works. I'm not proving anything. I don't need to prove anything. That's the gift, right? So I am here shining, sharing, and inviting you to consider hiring an angel coach to help you heal and alchemize that pain once and for all. In my coaching programs, I'm empowering you to do your own work while I walk by your side. So the consult is not a session, okay? It's not a healing session. It's a moment of relief because you're finally being witnessed by your angels. Your pain that you've been carrying, probably for lifetimes, is finally being witnessed through the eyes of love. Sometimes it's tearful. Sometimes it's like epiphany awakening. And then in that consult, the intention of the consult is to talk about my coaching program. So you understand how step by step, I'm going to get you that result, that pain relief result. So thank you, angels. Very beautiful. So all that information's on my website, jillkempnerhealing.com. I've been trying to be intentional and purposeful about putting the consult application questionnaire in the comments. Thank you. Okay. Let's pull a card. Let's pull a card, do an inner journey so you can get some answers about what you're releasing right now. Hi, Marie, what are you releasing? Regina, what are you releasing? Name it. Name it to tame it. I'm just listening. How is it that you feel safe releasing a layer of this pain so you can receive the gem? See what Michael has to say. I love this card. Number 11, embrace this magical moment. You are in the perfect energetic space for manifesting miracles. Allow your wishes to be fulfilled. All right, so let's bring in Orion and Michael right now. I love that. All right, close your eyes if that's available for you. Let's take some cleansing breaths. We'll do a short inner journey. And immediately, as we welcome Archangel Orion and Archangel Michael, Orion is the midnight blue light. So this midnight blue light washes over your brain and third eye. It's like this soothing, nervous system soothing, deep, deep blue light. And then all around you is that vibrant cobalt blue, royal blue light pulsing in your aura. So you feel so safe to have a release right now. This is the magical moment of release as we walk through the doorway of the 11. So just breathe. Thank you, angels, for guiding, surrounding, directing, and protecting us for our highest good and highest healing. Thank you for reminding us that we are the keepers of our mind and body, and we welcome only those angels, guides, and earth angels that love us unconditionally. We are so ready to heal. And allow your breath to anchor you into your body, into your heart, and deep into the earth. As you set your intention, and we start with the hands on the heart, I am devoted to receiving love and safety from my angels. Let's say that silently or out loud, and then start to receive that love and safety. And I'm willing, what am I here to release today so I can step onto my highest timeline? For me, I know I'm releasing sacred rage. It's in my gut, emotional pain and sacred rage. And I'm ready to receive flow, freedom and flow. So just ask, loving angels, what am I here to receive? What's the highest vibrational energy, intention, or fuel that will heal this pain once and for all? And just listen and trust. Trust yourself. And then we bring in slow, simple, soft. So slowing down as you relax your shoulders, your belly, your roots, slowing down the breath, even slowing down the emotions, knowing there's room for all of you. Breathe and slow down the mind. If just 1%, one notch. So the mind can open to the miracles. As soon as I said that, Orion is an ear chakra angel, and he's pouring in his midnight blue light, this medicine of unconditional love, this medicine of miracles. So you can hear the voice of your angels, you can hear the voice of your soul. And then just gently release as you receive Michael's safety, Michael's presence, his power, his protection. He's just guarding your aura, infusing it with his medicine, power, presence, protection. And you feel this deep peace settling in. And then you're invited to release. I'm seeing the sacred rage as like a boulder that has a lot of jagged stuff on it. And I'm going to hand it over. I'm willing to release, sacred rage and anger to the angels. I'm willing to release this pain. Whatever it is for you, just let it go. Let it go. And Michael's standing there. He's like, okay, I'm going to take it. And it's done. So after that release, just let yourself receive either what you heard in your intention, or if you weren't sure, just receive peace, because that's what we all need right now. Peaceful heart, peaceful mind, peaceful body will bring peace to the world. So I just feel this infusion of peace and power. For me, I'm feeling forgiveness settling in as a gem after all that sacred rage. And then Michael steps back, cuts the cords, recalibrates your energy body, bows to you. We dedicate the healing that you've received today to all our relations in all directions of time. Thank you, so be it now. Okay, that was so fun. I just love you guys. Thank you for being here. I hope you felt that frequency of the alchemist, the frequency of, that was so beautiful. I love that I don't have to plan these and they're just so intuitive, and that just feels so freeing to me, which is one of my messages. Sorry, that's my fuel this week is freedom. So I was like, I love it. And I do feel lighter, so thank you. All right, so if you're not on my newsletter, go to my website, jillkempnerhealing.com, so that you can start to receive the medicine that I'm sharing. So my podcast is medicine. My Facebook Lives are medicine. This is my Sacred Heart offering today, this week. So I hope it landed. I hope it resonated. I'd love to hear from you in the comments, and thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. And I'm going to spend at some point a little more time talking about the alchemist. I mean, I'm doing Gems of the Journey, which is really bringing the frequency of the alchemist, but I want to explain what I'm doing in a 100% clear way. So there's absolutely no mistake what the Angelic Alchemist membership is. But essentially, it's one workshop a month. It'll be 90 minutes over Zoom, over the heart waves. I like to think of them as a temple rather than a Zoom room. And I'll talk more about that. And it's $222. Yep, it's $222, not a month, although it could be. It's $222 for the entire year. That's intentional. Low investment, high impact, more people, right? Sacred community coming together. So founding member doors are open and I'm welcoming the first wave. Thank you so much for those of you who have already said yes. I'm so grateful for you. I actually created a really cool image. In the next Gems of the Journey, I'll show you the image that came to me. But essentially, the message was, it's time to get light. The angelic alchemist is helping you get light. And I'm really excited about that mission. So I love you. I hope you have I can't wait for the miracles to unfold for you as you intentionally release that pain and get light. And we'll talk soon. All right. Mwah. Love you. Have a beautiful day, week. Can't wait for next week. Fire, horse, new moon, eclipse, fire, horse, soft. And we're going to do soft, which I'm really excited about. All right. Thanks for being here, everyone. Love you. Bye.